So we're going to put this up real quick. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion picture, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. What are the certain circumstances? Well, here they are as follows. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which does not infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. There you go. You're going to notice a pattern, which is going to consist of an introduction, probably a verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, verse, maybe another chorus, or maybe a second bridge, and then an outro. And that's pretty much how it goes. It's timeless unless you're into like orchestral music or symphonic music and stuff like that. Let's see here. And so we're going to pause, right? We're going to look. We're going to notice that the introduction, once the music comes in, I'm not talking about the video. The intro is going to be about 30 to 45 to 1 minute long intro. That's usually how it's done. But let's find out. We're talking about seconds. This song starts at 1 minute, at the 1 minute mark. And there's little additions along the way. So we'll go like this. We'll call this song start at 1 minute. And what you'll notice is all songs that are popular and long-lasting, aside from symphonic music, is structured the same way. Symphonic music is almost like... And then what you'll notice is there was also, right about here in between, there was also like second transitional element. All right, let's get back to it and we'll listen to where it goes from here. So we're at the 1 minute mark. The song is starting. Okay, so we get to the meat, right? We get to the meat right around 1:30. So another 30 seconds in, and we are at, so we'll do 1:30. There we go. We'll call it about here, maybe here. And we'll call this meat of the track. I almost forgot how to spell meat. So there it is there. The meat of the track. All right, so we're at 1:30. The main section really kicks into overdrive. So we're at approximately another 30 seconds, but maybe, you know what I mean, depending on the tempo, right? So the tempo determines how many bars. Maybe it was like, I don't know, 4.5 bars. Who knows? So we're at 120. We're at one. What are we at? We're at 150 now. So we're back to the introduction transitional element at 150. So 20 seconds of whatever that was. And this looks like it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, approximately 2 bars if it's in 4/4. And it sounds like it is. Let's see here. 2 measures. Okay, so we're at 155. So 5 seconds, right? So 155. We're going to reintroduce. We're going to introduce more elements. So more elements of the song are reintroduced. We're going to rename this back to intro melody. So we're going to rename this section meat elements added. So the meat of the song, some elements from that are added here. Intro, it's roughly 1 minute long. We've got second transitional element, and then the song start. The meat of the track is at about 1:30. So we'll call this song start elements instead of meat of the track element. Let's rename that. There we go. Song start elements are added back in 5 seconds later. So we're building up, or we're getting ready to crescendo here. We're building up to this other transitional element, which is going to be the meat of the track once again, which I guess we'll just call the verse. Right? That guitar came in just there, so this would be a swell type of item, or what is so this transitional space here would be considered to be like a tension space, like a spot where you're anticipating a reunification, a reunion to that meat of the song. You're here and you're relaxing, you're enjoying this, what you've heard before, this thing that sounds familiar sounds, and you're reuniting. So it's right around the 2-minute mark. Let's put a marker here, right around the 2-minute mark. So it's every 5 to 10 seconds approximately. We'll call this swell elements. And so here we are at 20 seconds. So another 10 seconds later. Let's see what this is. So we're at 220. Let me put a marker here at 220. And then let's figure out what to call it. I don't know if it's going to be a chorus, if it's going to be a bridge, what is it? Because it seemed like that little section of tension was the bridge there. There it is. So it's back to the meat of the track, right? So whatever you want to call it a verse, you want to call it a hook, you want to call it a chorus, whatever you want to call it, we're going to back to the meat of the song, okay? And you got to realize, so this is me going to the billboards, global charts, and so this is the popular thing going on. This is song structure, but you're going to find that if you research all popular songs, the structure is going to be the same. It's going to be roughly 30 seconds to a minute of an introduction, and then a chorus or a verse. This song really doesn't have much of a breakdown happening, but it still does have the bridge. I'm going to anticipate that the bridge is coming up here right before the end of the song. They're going to do a transitional element to an outro. Stay. So the basic idea here is is that you don't follow the formula precisely. You don't follow it exactly. You learn the formula, and then you make it your own. Well, I missed that section, right? According to the formula.